Are you a spiritual person? How do you judge that? How do you value that? What does that look like? How do you even know? The scriptures tells us that God is spirit and must be worshiped in spirit and in truth. What does that look like? How do you know if you are worshiping God in spirit and in truth? Well, one of the things that I do believe is important in the idea of being spiritual and in worshiping God in spirit and in truth relates to what it says in Isaiah 59 verse 2, and that is that our sin separates us from God. In other words, God cannot tolerate sin, and so if there is things going on in our lives which God would call sin, it separates us spiritually from Him so that we can't communicate with Him. We can't relationally commune with Him. I thought about this in my personal life, and I thought sometimes the times that I have felt spiritually connected with God are after times that I've confessed sin, after I have been before Him and just poured out my heart. And oftentimes the pouring out of my heart was not a prayer for others, but prayer for myself, of my ugliness, of my stuff. And in that, God met me. Sometimes He's met me in a way that's so loving and caring that I wept because He said, I love you. And I couldn't love myself. I couldn't love myself because of my behavior, my choices. And yet He said, come unto me anyway. And you see, that's part of the spiritual growth that we need to experience, is coming unto Him, laying aside our issues and our stuff and grasping a hold of His leg and holding on to dear life and not letting go. Remember, the writer says that we are to ask God how many times? Well, as many as it needs to be. I want to ask you again, how spiritual are you? I want you to think about that today as you go through your day. Is there areas of your life that spiritually you're dead? Maybe it's every area. Confess that. Start in a new place. Remember, God is wanting to commune with you. Think about that today, would you? Hey, until next time, God bless.